Because the chord progressions in the song How Great Is Our God are so repetitive, we have just a few chords to learn, but there's a couple little variations that we want to be aware of as well. And so with how we voice out the chords and play them, we've got a couple different options for us. And again, we want to think about how we're fitting as an instrument, piano specifically, into a band feel. And so this song is generally very acoustic driven, with the guitars carrying a lot of the rhythm and the syncopation that happens there. That's just their feel, and they carry a lot of the weight of the song. So as a piano player, when we look at these chords, how we play them out and voice them is going to be important as well. We're going to go through the chords and just make sure we're aware of the shapes that we're going to use. We're going to be playing, obviously, a G chord being in the key of G, and so that is G, B, and D. There's our G chord right there. Second chord is going to be an E minor 7, and that's a 4-note chord. And so you've got E minor right there, E, G, and B shares 2 notes with that previous chord of G, but we add a 4th note of D above that. So it adds a little color with that minor 7th chord. One way that you can play that if you're using your left hand for the bass notes is to play the E and then let your right hand take care of the other 3 notes, the G, the B, and the D. You're still playing together all the notes of the E minor 7. And then we're going to go to a C chord. On the C as our root, E, and then G together. And then we're going to play D after that. D, F sharp, and A, all right? So be familiar with those, and then the inversions. We also have a G2 chord that will happen. This is a pretty contemporary sound where you take a G chord shape and variations depending on how your fingers are going to play this out is you can switch that 3rd note in the middle, the B for the A. You're playing the 2nd note, the 1st, 2nd, and 5th. Okay? And you can stretch and, invert that in different positions, but playing a G, an A, and a D gives you that kind of a sound. So there's our chords for the song How Great Is Our God. We want to just be aware then of how we stretch and voice this out. We're going to play broken chords many times with this progression. When we look at the rhythm and melody section, you want to have a position of those chords, like maybe playing your G in a 2nd inversion there with D as the lowest note. And that lets you kind of, break the top 2 notes and the bottom note into kind of this back and forth feel. And so we'll explore that more in the rhythm and melody video.